Hi everybody, Mikey from Usually Broken Cars, and today you join me. I am reviewing the Mucar 892BT. So this is their all singing, all dancing new unit. We're going to look at some of the functionality and features of this unit, and we're going to do an unboxing right now. So let's get into it. Let's have a look in the box, see what we get. So you can't blame Mucar for the packaging. That was the quality delivery services we get in the UK. But we get a nice hard case. We've got an Ethernet cable, we've got a reasonable size quick start guide, which is nice. Then you get a packing list, and then a little bit of protective foam there. We've got the unit itself. Now I'm not gonna lie, I did power it on just to do the basic setup so that we didn't have to go through all that with a video. We've got a USB to Ethernet cable, we've got a charging cable. We have got some adapters, which is always nice. So we can do DOIP, which is Diagnose over Internet Protocol. So you can plug in, and then that way we get on the Ethernet. So we can do DOIP. That's a really big thing when it comes to your Land Rovers. Silica gel pack. We've got a nice hearty 3-pin plug on there, and you also get your trap adapters as well. And attached to the back, magnet. So that's a fantastic way of not losing it. And the units, they do remind you to get it out of the car. So that is your Mucar. This is your menu. On here, we have got your auto search. So when we plug into a vehicle, we'll be able to jump straight in using the VIN number. We've got your diagnose. So this is a quick way to scan the car when we plug in. On here, so this is basic OBD. So this will be for vehicles that don't necessarily have up-to-date diagnostic support. We've got your history, so again, lovely feature, jump straight into previous vehicles that we have looked at. We've got reports, so previously generated reports, again, great feature, pull them up, have a look at them, see what we got. Obviously we can send them some feedback. Dollar Fix community, now this is a new thing from the guys at Mucar, and it's meant to be a social media dedicated solely to people using Mucar, and I think you can only access it from your Mucar devices. And the idea being is that you can send information or ask for help from the Mucar community, whether it's regarding the tool itself or a job that you're stuck on. One of the big things that Mucar are looking at is AI. So the Intelligent Assist, we're going to have a play with this in a minute when we get it plugged in, but the Mucar Intelligent Assist, the idea being is it gives you a dedicated assistant to help you work your way through the diagnostic process that you're looking at the moment.
Well, on that, it's quite, as a non-technical user, like a home user I guess, it's quite nice that you've got this. Like, if you're not sure on what that does,
yeah, absolutely.
It's sort of idiot's guide to
well, exactly that. And you've got your breakdown there. So this is your maintenance. So this is for you to be able to do your resets and stuff, so you can see. And again, this is quite nice. Shows you how to set it all up, and you can drag and drop them. So if you want to use them, and there's something you use more regularly, more frequently, you can just bring it to the top of the pile. So that's always a nice feature. On your maintenance screen, so this is all the resets that we can do, everything from throttle adaptations to gear learning on automatics, seat calibration, sunroof initialization, turbo matching, TPMS, a really big one, tyre size adjustment, so that's really good. So if you've got a digital speedo, we can put your new tyre size in and it'll get your speedo correct, which is really always cool. A big feature.
That's cool.
So modules, we have got another video later to test one of the modules, so things like TPMS or keys, things like that, so the modules to plug in. Gadgets, remote assist, so if you need some help with their technical team, they can do that for you. And again, you can change the menu setup, but if all else fails and you're bored, you can always play a bit of Candy Crush as well, or do a bit of Duolingo and learn some new language.
Yep.
First step, key in. Second step, remember, take it off the back, find your OBD port. You'll notice that the light's gone blue, so it's already communicating with the unit. With the ignition on, first thing we're going to do, auto search. Here we go, 2014 Vauxhall Insignia, or Opel Insignia. Straight away you might recognise that the software looks a bit familiar. So we can do automatic search, and again just confirming, and it's got our engine on there as well. Okay, so we can do a smart scan.
You can do like individual ones too, can't you? You can pick and choose, maybe just do 2 of them, or
So we've got plenty of codes in there. And again here we've got Google search, but we've also got Mucar. So I think once we've generated our report, we can have a little play with that. So let's do, we've got plenty in there. There's plenty in there, Mark. Okay, so let's generate a report. Okay. And there we have our report. So you can either give this to your customer or give it to your mechanic, whatever you want to do. I'm not sure what contrast report is. No contrast reports. So that's probably a before and after, I would imagine. You can generate your PDF. So there you go. So if you want it to look all proper and pucker-like, you can. And you can also share it. So from here, you can email it or Bluetooth it to yourself. So super simple. Early interface, really good. So Mucar have got a massive thing about AI and using AI to help us to do diagnostics on vehicles. So the report that we've produced has got an AI analyst. So let's have a look and see what it comes up. Off the bat, it is giving us a massive report on things that we can do and check, and I'm going to go through that. But I love the fact that it says MuAI, your think car diagnostic assistant, drive safely. What it's done is it's taken all of the codes that it's in the ECUs, it's basically taken that information and then told us how to troubleshoot and look at the repairs required. It gives you for the owner, so it says to check the vehicle battery. A weak battery or failing battery below 12.4 volts is the #1 cause of random communication faults in modern cars. And from my perspective, I see that all the time. Visually inspect grounding points on the battery and things like that. Now we've also got the battery charging system. So this is for the professional to check. There's a lot to go through. I'm not going to go through them all, but that I love. You can copy it. We'll give that a thumbs up because that was really helpful to us. But what we can do, let's just see on here. This is for one specific code. EGR flow is too large. Fault level, so it gives you an idea that it's actually a reasonably bad fault. Typical fault symptoms: the engine malfunction indicator light is constantly on, irregular shaking occurs, under idle conditions. So there's a reasonable amount to explain about the symptoms. Circuit system inspection. So what does this say then? Oh great, okay, so this is really cool. So what it's doing now is it's actually giving us the option to go through, and it's going to walk us through how to check the fault. So from here, to fix the fault code, first check the EGR valve and clean and replace as needed. Inspect the EGR tube for blockages or damages and repair as necessary. Check the DPFE sensor hoses for blockages or leaks and replace if damaged. Test the DPFE sensor and replace it. So it's giving you a circuit system inspection. It's also telling you how to test it. It's then showing you what tests you can do and a maintenance guide on how to prevent this from happening again. So that is fantastic. And that is just, that's, you know, from one code. I mean, I don't know what reference video it's going to give us, but I'm going to do it. There you go.
YouTube's it.
So it's literally YouTube, the Vauxhall Insignia code. So there you go, straight away. That is incredible.
I mean, you'd be doing that on your phone now anyway.
Exactly. So the fact that you've got it in the palm of your hand straight away, what a bit of kit.
I'll tell you what, for someone that's not versed in it either, like an enthusiast, it's a really sort of walk you through it.
Yeah, absolutely. As we know, loads of codes in the vehicle. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to clear these out. Now, they might not all go because there could be some potential problems there, but I thought I'll clear them down anyway and we'll see what comes back in. Out of 17 ECUs, we've got one, and that is literally lost communication with device on Limbus. Now that is probably a low battery voltage code. Now we can actually see up here the battery voltage is still nice and healthy. To be fair, you never really want to do too much in-depth diagnostics with a low battery. We want to make sure that's topped up. So let's have a look at the common special functions. From here we can do engine control module. In just this menu we can do oil life reset, DPF pressure sensor learn, DPF reset. DPF service regeneration. So the DPF regeneration, that's a massive thing. Being able to force a regen using the DPF is a crucial tool that any garage will use on a daily basis. EGR valve, injector flow rate programming again. So when you fit new injectors, you obviously have to tell the vehicle it's got new injectors and to get them working. Exhaust gas temperature sensor learning. On this screen, obviously now I've got my accelerator position, boost pressure, engine speed. So you can see accelerator working nicely. Obviously engine's not running. So I'll put my clutch on. Instant. So we've got engine speed, boost pressure. So that's actually boost pressure signal as opposed to, and then it gives you the range that it would expect to see them in as well. So we can do a graph. So this is the accelerator position, which is always nice to see. You can do your minimum maximum values, and then we can add other functions onto here. So we can do engine speed. Now you've got the two combined. That's fantastic. I like that a lot. That's really good.
So you can see if there's a problem between the two.
Yeah, absolutely. You can record it, we can do a report on that, we can graph it, obviously save the sample, compare samples. So if you've done a repair, you can go back and see it. You can see combustion pressures. So this, obviously we knew, well, this has got a fault code stored in there for pressure. So we can see the pressures. You can also change what unit you want it measured in. So if you want it in bar, we can see it in bar. You can do imperial, metric.
What's it using as a sensor for that?
On top of each glow plug there's a pressure sensor.
Okay.
But so you can see the operating.
It's really quite interesting.
Yeah. So that's a really handy bit of kit there as well. We've got your HVAC, cruise control, EGR data, engine position data. This is all just from the engine control. So, actuate tests. In actuate tests, so we can now say turn on the cooling fan. So we're now doing live data on the cooling fan. So at the moment, command state is 0, but we can increase that.
Yeah,
and there you go, engine fan is now running. So at the minute, its command state is 40. Let's come on again. There you go.
Huh.
So you can do that, and it's also showing you the temperatures as well. And we can release control as well, so we can stop turning it on and off. So that's cooling fan, but you can do so much testing, and that again, this is just in the engine, so we can turn the fuel pump on and off, open the EGR valve, auxiliary coolant pump, so you can circulate your auxiliary coolant as well, turn your glow plugs on and off, intake flow valve, turbocharger, so we can control the wastegate. So that's your actuation tests. Special functions, what have we got? So learn functions, from here we should be able to do all of these different learns. So the vehicle, if you've replaced something, or maybe even it's just getting a bit old, you're able to reset and let the vehicle relearn those features. I'm going to go into the ABS next. Live data. So this is one of the most important ones I always say to people. Wheel speed sensors are one of the most important ones. So we do our wheel speed sensors, okay. Currently no value, so if I start the car up,
Shouldn't need to
go that far to be fair. So parking sensors going off, ignore that. There we go. So we can see straight away our speed's working. So that is a great tool. That's a great tool if you've got a faulty wheel speed sensor or something along those lines. One of the last things I want to talk about is the maintenance side of things. So this is the super simple, really quick, easy way to basically check and reset. So things like EGR adaptations, or if you've just done an oil change, or if you've just fitted a new battery, you know, however you want to do it, it's a super simple way. So you could do your oil live reset, Vauxhall, ignition on, communicating, knows what car we've got, engine oil reset. That's it, and that is our service light done. So that is a super simple way of doing that and resetting it. The other thing we can do as well is, if Uncle Mike can show it, I don't know if it will show up too well. If you look at the dashboard, Uncle Mike, we've got check tyre pressures. So we should, yeah, be able to do a reset from in here. So we go back to here, Uncle Mike, and we go to tyre pressure reset. From here, we're able to do a tyre pressure learn and tyre pressure selection. So pressure selection, that's interesting actually. So we can actually see what the vehicle wants it on. So standard load, we can actually choose. That's really cool. That's mad, isn't it? There you go. So you can actually choose what load the vehicle's got and set the tyre pressures from there. Exit that. And then you can do your sensor learn. So this is if you've got a new sensor on the vehicle, it should be able to go around and learn the sensors. So we can actually see all of the sensors are learned, which is great. You can see the pressure on the front left, we can see the pressure on the front right, we can see the rear right, the front right, everything on here, and you can actually see. So that's a lot of information just about your tyre pressures, so that's fantastic. Mucar 892BT, so what can I say, this is an awesome bit of kit, I love it. It is intuitive, it's easy to use, the functionality is incredible. The AI, I'm not one for AI, but that's mega. The fact is, it walks you through, it tells you how to test everything, all the different components. Being bi-directional means that you have got so much control over the vehicle. You saw us turn the fans on and off. There's not really much more else I can say about this. I think from a garage perspective, this is absolutely going to hold its own against the big boys. And at the moment, it's £440 on Amazon. It is a bargain price for something that is as professional as it comes. You can do so much with this little bit of kit, and yeah, I'm really impressed. I can't say much more about it. Uncle Mike, you got anything to add?
Not really. I mean, it's intuitive, it's easy. The AI thing is really good. I think if you're an enthusiast, depending on how many cars you play with, it maybe 440 quid is a bit much for that. But actually, what you get if you're playing with cars day in day out, then
exactly that. This is the perfect tool. If you are, this is not your home mechanic. I don't think.
No.
This is for definitely a professional environment. But yeah, Mucar, thanks for sending that over. Thoroughly enjoyed reviewing this, and yeah, this will be staying in our toolbox. Thanks for watching, everybody. Catch you on the next episode. Bye.